Hello everybody, today I am going to be doing my first video of Plants vs. Zombies, a game that I suggested be played like 2 years ago on this channel, and I never got around to it, so I'm going to be starting it today. And I did record one on my computer, but now I'm doing it on the iOS version, so there is no survival mode on this one, so that's not good, or the Tree of Wisdom. But I did get the full version, so there is both Zen Garden, all 3 Zen Gardens, and that's pretty much all that it has, plus Stinky the Snail and the stuff to move your plants to other gardens, and the mystery sprouts. So, I'm also going to be doing a Let's Play over Plants vs. Zombies 2 after I finish the first one. So, the first one, I'm going to do all the adventure, and then I'm going to do all the mini games and all the puzzle modes, and after that, I'm going to end it, because there's nothing else going to be able to do, but I will be showing you Plants vs. Zombies 2, which will take me a lot longer than the first game. So I'm just going to jump right into it here, and we're going to play a few levels, and if you've never played this before, and you're just watching it as a first time Let's Play, good, I'm not going to try to spoil anything. This is what it's going to look like far into the game, but for now, it's just going to stick normal, like pretty easy, and Plants vs. Zombies 2 is much harder than the first one, but they're both pretty fun. So I'm going to start out here by planting Pea Shooters, which is the first plant you get. And you collect sun, and you use the plants to kill the zombies, obviously. And if they get to the end, you have a lawnmower, which protects them once, but after that, if they get to your house, you lose a level and have to restart it. So this is just the intro. There's like 1 lane here, but eventually there's going to be 5 lanes, and there's going to be 5 lawnmowers on each. So, that's pretty much it there. But we're going to start off here by just finishing up this first level, which is really easy, because it only is this. The zombies never come up fast enough to even start to kill you unless you don't plant any plants, which the game won't let you do, or it won't start the zombies, just for the first level. But there's a lot of tips that I'll also be giving during this, so that's going to be useful for all the new people, and maybe even some people that have played the game before and just don't know a few things. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing this, and the next plant we're going to get in just a second is going to be the sunflower. The sunflower gives you sun, so you can plant plants faster. And I'll read the description of it. Gives you additional sun. Okay, so now we're going to unlock 2 more rows. And you can see there's a bunch of zombies now. And we're going to unlock 2 more rows like that, and then we can plant zombies on those too. So we're going to start out by planting our sunflowers. As it says, they're an extremely important plant. So we need at least 3, which I always just fill up the back row. And sometimes I do a second row, especially on the later levels. There's 50 levels in all. And they're in kind of like worlds, but not worlds. They're like different things. It's hard to explain, but there's 10 levels in each section. And there's different kinds for each. So, as you can see, each plant needs to recharge. That Pea Shooter is recharging right now, and so is the sunflower now. And you can only plant them after they recharge and you have enough sun. The sun is the currency, although you will be getting coins later in the game, which is actually going to be the true currency. The sun is just used for each in particular level. So the first things first, which is the essential things, is you want to place your sunflowers on the far left of the screen all the time, unless you're using one plant that I will get onto later once we find it. But after then, you want to put out your attacking plants, and then you're going to get some defensive plants too, which the nearest defensive plant is going to be in like 2 levels maybe. Actually, I think you get it after this level, but we'll find out. So the first few levels are pretty not that intense or anything, but they get a lot better, especially once you start going into the other sections of the game. Again, if you're not a newcomer to this, just bear with me. We'll be getting into the things, actually like trying and doing things that aren't explaining the whole levels in a few videos. So we're just going to do like the first few levels. I don't know how many we're going to do. We're just going to guess, I guess. So right now we're gaining this third row. So we're just gonna add our sunflowers in the far left, and then we're gonna have our attacking plant, which for now is pea shooters, and then we're gonna put our defensive plants, which we're gonna get after this level, I believe. If not, then I'll show you what each plant does. So, oh yes, this is the cherry bomb. It blows up zombies in a certain area. It's a 3x3 area. As you can see, there's like, well, I'll just show you once we start the next level. But the cherry bomb blows up all the zombies in an area. It basically covers a 3x3 grid. So on the far left of the screen, you can see that there's the tiles. Like this is 1, 2, 3. So it's like the grid here, that big grid. So that's how that works. So it can cover a 3x3 grid. So you want to plant it right in the middle, and from this we only need 3 cherry bombs, and we can take out the whole screen. If we plant one here, and one here, and we can take out all the zombies. Although we're not going to do that yet, because that would be a waste, because they're not going to be over there, but we will be able to do that later on in the levels. Although we're never going to really need to, because we can't make them over on that side of the base. We just want them to die before they can get over there. But as you can see, there's just normal zombies coming out now. You don't just get new plants. The zombies also get different, and there's like different kinds. There's one we're about to get, which is just a stronger version of the regular zombie. It's like has a cone on its head. So after that, we're going to get another one that's even stronger with a bucket on its head. And after that, they just get faster, and they can jump over your plants and all sorts of stuff. But in the event that a zombie actually does get to one of your plants, it'll start eating it. And if it eats it, it'll move on to the next plant until it gets to the end to one of these lawnmowers. And then the lawnmowers will run it over. But after that lawnmower's gone, then there's nothing else protecting it. But once the lawnmower is over the first one, then every zombie in that row gets destroyed by the lawnmower. Just so you have enough time to actually get your plants back out so you don't immediately die. So basically that's that. After this level, we're going to get a new plant, which I believe is that one plant I was talking about. And we're also going to unlock the last 2 rows up at the top and bottom. Because right now we only have the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th row. But we're going to have a 1st and a 5th, which is the first one is at the top, and then we're going to have the 5th one at the bottom. They never showed that, but that's just what I call them, so. As you can see, I'm already getting my pea shooters out. And just to show you what happens, I'm going to show you what happens when a zombie gets to a plant. They'll start eating it, and if it is able to, it'll just disappear. Because it'll be dead, because the zombie ate it. But that's why you want to make sure that all your plants are on the far left, so the zombies have to walk a long time before they can get to it. And hopefully by the time they do, they die. So we're going to go ahead and put this here. I'm going to show you the cherry bomb, which I'm going to kill all the zombies in the final wave. And this is the only level you can do that, because this is the last level. There's 3x3 grid here at the end. So I'm just going to wait a second for these zombies to start coming out. And then once they're all out here, I can just place it right here. And I get my next plant, which is the walnut. This one is. And what the walnut is the defensive plant I was talking about. It basically, when you plant this plant, it blocks off zombies and protects your other plants. So what it does is it basically has a ton of health. And the zombies sit there and eat it and eat it and eat it the whole time. And it takes so long for them to eat it. But after they do eat it, they're just going to keep going. And it has 3 different levels of damage, which you'll be able to tell that. Now this time I'm not going to be doing 2 rows because we have 5 sunflowers here. So I'm going just to be doing 1 row at the very back. As you can see, there's already one of these guys out. And I normally would plant a plant that you get in 2 levels, but since we don't have that yet, we're just going to plant this plant, which is the Pea Shooter, which is going to be your main damage source for a good while. So we're going to get, this is the 4th level. I think we're going to do the 5th level after this, and then we're going to be done. Although later on, we're not going to be able to do 5 levels, because the levels keep getting longer and longer and longer. It doesn't get that long. The most a level can be is like somewhere around like 10 minutes, but that's normally the thing later on. But right now they're about like 5 minutes each. So that's why I'm doing 5. But soon I'm only going to be doing like 2 or 3. So here at the start, I'm going to start getting my plants out. And as you can see, you want to plant your pea shooters on the road that the zombies are coming. And you want to make sure you take them out before they get to the back row, because if they get to the back row and take out one of your lawnmowers, that place is weak. So if another one gets through there, then they eat your brains and you lose a level and you have to restart. So that's not good. And so I'm going to start putting these walnuts out, and I'm going to put them in a row here. So you don't want to put them too close to the far right, although they do have a lot of health. If there's a lot of zombies on them and they can each get bites really quick before the pea shooter has time to kill it, then it'll take it out a lot faster. And there's actually a plant that you get later on that's, instead of called the walnut, it's called the tall nut, and it's taller and it has a lot more health. And it's really good. And there's some really cool plants in the second game, which we'll not even be talking about until we get to there. So, as you can see, that walnut at the top has took in some damage. As you can see, it's cracking and stuff. The zombies are gonna keep eating at it for a long time. And it's pretty good plant. I really like the walnut. I normally see myself using the one you get later on, but I'm not going to be using here until I get it, which is going to be in a long time, about 35 levels away from now. As you can see, the level is almost over, because at the very top, that flag, the bar with the flag, that shows how long the level has left. So whatever's not in green is what's left. And every time that it gets to a flag, and eventually there's going to be like 4 flags on a level. But for now, there's just like this. And whenever you kill the last zombie that's just standing there and no more zombies are coming out, and it's almost to the flag, you just wait, because it's about to show that it's about to let out a big whoop. I'm going to take this cherry bomb once I get out here. I'm going to destroy the one that needs to be taken out more. So that looks like this section right here does, so I'm going to blow that up. And there's only the top 2 left to die. I'm going to place that there again so you can see what happens. And we get to the plant, and it just slows him down. It does give him, takes off 2 or 3 seconds, so you can pin them down longer. So they actually work a lot better than you think. So after this last zombie dies, we will get not a new plant, but gonna get this shovel here. And what the shovel does is it lets you dig up plants to make room for another ones. And we're also on the next level. Every 5 levels, they're not a normal level. Every 10 levels, they come on a conveyor belt, the plants do. On every 5 levels, that's not the conveyor belt levels, there is a mini game sort of thing, which you can use later on. And now we're going to meet our neighbor, Crazy Dave. Greetings, neighbor. The name's Crazy Dave, but you can just call me Crazy Dave. Listen, I've got a surprise for you. First, I'll need you to clear your lawn. Use your shovel and dig up those plants. Let the digging commence. You click on the shovel, and then click on the plant, or you can drag the shovel to the plant. Either one works. Okay, goody. Now for the surprise. We're going bowling. Here, take this walnut. Why'd I put a walnut in your hand? Because I'm crazy. Now go bowl me a winner. This is the last level we're going to be doing. Actually, no, we're not going to be doing this level. I will see you guys on the next episode, which should be out, if this comes out on Wednesday, which is the day I recorded it, then the next one will come out Thursday. If not, then it probably will still come out Thursday. So, although it may come out Friday if it comes out Thursday, if this one comes out Thursday. So I will see you guys on the next episode, where we do episode 5, Walnut Bowling.